Well, I'm here.
Oh.
Alright, so last we left off, the party had been traveling underground. You all kind of got jumped by some messed up kobolds that looked like stuffed animals of various kinds. And you didn't have too hard of a time fighting them off. In fact, Graveheart's Scythe Crow consumed a few of them whole. After having a quick scuffle with the kobold bandits, you all headed into some sort of enchanted grove, to which Graveheart was unable to enter, obviously because of his scythe. Or their scythe. You all found the baby RN in the grove. She was in a little basket in a pool of water. Bunch of magical stuff. Somebody bottled up some holy water, I think. Yeah. But the party headed west from there, and after walking down some gang planks across what looked like an open swamp, it looked like there was a night sky over them. Some sort of time shenanigans had gone on while they were in that grove. Wherever they were, it was now dark, and it looked like there was a night sky above, stars and all. Party wasn't sure if that meant that they were outside again, or if they, were seeing some sort of illusion or something. But after walking down some gangplanks, they found themselves at a circus. A confusing pair of catfolk greeted them in clown get-ups. One happy, one sad, both claiming to be named Gemini. They sold the party tickets and told them that everything inside was free to anyone with tickets. After that, the party did a little bit of wandering at the end of the last session, checking a few things out, meeting up with an old friend that happened to be there. But as we pick up, I think that a few things were happening as we shut down last time. I believe that there was a quick mention of Graveheart had been very off-put upon entry, but I think the last thing I saw was that they had some of the popcorn as well, which Mika had gotten at one of the stands right inside of the gate. And then I think that at least OGaG was on his way over to where some more music was coming from. With the recap done, we will pick up with you all still at the circus. What would you all like to do?
Well, I was going towards that foreign-sounding or unique-sounding instrument, the one that I didn't recognize, towards the sound of that.
And I kind of was just following the group. I do have a question. Did we all buy one ticket? I need to remove that gold piece or whatever it was, don't I?
I paid for it.
Oh, okay.
You're all good.
Thank you.
But yes, your tickets are
You're
all
welcome.
paid for. Alright, so the group following OGaG make their way towards the northeastern side of the the circus, where a carousel sort of spins around. The instrumental music comes from somebody sitting on a box right next to the carousel. They're playing a very extravagant looking pan flute.
We're still paused.
My bad, let's get that rolling.
So we're over here now. Over here-ish now.
I have no idea where we are.
Don't worry about it too much, it's not that important, but it is, yeah, like the northeastern side of the circus.
Okay. Oh, that's a mighty nice looking flute you got there. Where'd you come across that? I say as I approach the musician.
Yeah, it's another one of the catfolk that are sort of playing various roles in the circus here, many dressed up as clowns and whatnot. This one wears a mask. It has a very sort of creepy smile etched across it as it looks up at you and goes, "It was given to me by RN."
A follower of Orin.
It tilts its head at you. "A friend."
A friend? Well, I've got a couple friends here too. And they're familiar with Orin as well. This is a nice coincidence. What are you doing here? You work in this here circus particularly?
I play music for the carousel.
That's rather enchanting music you're playing.
Indeed, indeed. Some say that it is enchanting.
It definitely has a certain pull to it. I can definitely see myself going around a bit.
Yeah, he motions to the carousel. Rides are free with the ticket. And he starts playing a jaunty, quick tune that joins the cacophony of like the hurdy-gurdy inside of the circus tent. And if they would like, Anakur and Valin, you're nearby, right? Uh-oh, did we lose Valin? Oh, she said be right back. Got it. Well, Anakur, at least at the moment, go ahead and give me a history or religion roll.
Alright.
Oh, and I will be nearby too. I'm just kind of following them around at this point.
You remember asking Valin back in Zelk about any instruments famously associated with Arin, and there were legends of some sort of pan flute.
Is there that that flute you got there, that you said that was a gift from Alrin, correct?
Yes. She gave it to me when she left the circus.
Is there, any way that I could, trade you or perchance buy that off of you?
You can't see the cat's eyes, but you can feel it blinking at you, like a little stunned by the question. It looks you up and down and goes, I hardly know you, though. Do you have instruments? He looks you over and sees the instruments that you obviously have, hanging off. Maybe. If you gave me an instrument and... Well... I'd want to know who you are. I'll tell you what. How about a scavenger hunt?
Scavenger hunt. Well, I can't say that I'm opposed to a little bit of searching, a little bit of finding. Not a lot to do in the desert where I'm from, but look for things. So, I think I can take you up on that deal, and my name's Anakua, by the way. I am a student of the Bard College and a musician at heart and a lover of everything that has to be such.
I'm called Capricorn. He pulls out this sort of embossed, like, ticket-looking thing. Not ticket, but like it's like this, like, sort of fancy-looking piece of paper, and it's got like a bunch of the circus attractions like slapped on it, and it basically serves as like a punch card. And he says, I'll tell you what, you go and do at least 5 and get them punched, and that'll tell me a bit about who you are, at least, and you'll get to see some of the circus, and then you'll know me, and then we can say we're friends.
Alright. Sounds like a deal, Capricorn.
He does sort of a little giddy dance as he hands over the ticket. Listed on the ticket are the activities: dunk tank, darts, gummy bear race, fortune teller, pick a frog, milkshake bar, rainbow slide, strength test, guess the box, petting zoo, Ferris wheel, and House of Mirrors.
Alright. Something about that dunk tank is drawing me to it.
I like guess the box.
Well, we've got 5 options, and there's a lot in there I liked.
Gemini sort of jiggles happily and goes, you aren't limited to 5 either. I'll tell you what, if you do enough extra, I'll throw in some sort of prize.
Alright then. I like a bit of a fun challenge. Alright. So I will show the rest of everybody because I'm pretty sure not a lot of people can read what was in my hands with how tall I am. So I'm going to show everyone the little brochure of places and games to go, and there's a few options on here that I was thinking of doing, but I really like the idea of the dunk tank. I also like the idea of the mirrors and the mystery box.
gummy bears one sounds like quite a sight.
That does sound interesting. I don't exactly know what a gummy bear is, but it sounds intimidating yet not. Cause like, is it a bear made of like gum, or is it like a teddy bear made of gum? And is it like gum, like a sweet, or is it like the gum of your teeth? I'm gonna get lost in this existential thought if I keep going. All right. What about you, Mika?
I like the mystery box. Or whatever it was. What's the box? That was a
The guess the box.
Yes, guess the box.
All right. And Graveheart?
Let me think. The gummy bear sounds interesting.
All right. So we've got 2 for Gummy Bear, 2 for the mystery box, and then 1 for assorted. We'll do this in descending order of height. So I go first, and I want to do the dunk tank.
Hey, tank. I don't think I ever saw one being used.
In my head, dunk tank is, I'm thinking that we're about to be baptizing a whole lot of babies.
Well, I suppose you'll have to get exploring, won't you? From where the party stands, there's obviously the carousel right next to Gemini. You see a few little booths, sort of like to the north side of the area you're at, and then of course to the south is the big tent. It looks like on the other side of the tent there are a few other larger stations doing some other things, but it's kind of hard to make out what anything really is from further away. I will say, from the smell and the sign that you can see on like the western side of the area you're in, there is a tent that is being used as a sort of makeshift hookah lounge as well.
Ooh. Ooh. That's for later. All right. Let's go find this dunk tank.
Looks on map. Opens map in inventory.
You don't have an actual map of the circus.
Hey, oh wait, no, he said explore. We are not getting assistance from the clowns. Let's go find the dunk tank.
I'm going to perception check for the sound of somebody either shit-talking people who aren't aiming well, or the sound of water splashing.
Alright, go ahead and shoot me a perception, or actually investigation.
Perception
More
or
fun to
what?
Explore.
I said investigation. Sorry.
Okay. It cut out for me, you're good.
No prob. Yeah, you can hear some shit talking coming from the other side of the tent, like off to the east.
I think I know where it is, guys. Follow me.
And I head towards the sound. I'm not seeing my roll pop up, so I'm glad you are.
On the right side of the screen, towards the bottom, does it say public role for you, or?
Yeah, it says public role.
Interesting. I'm not sure what's going on there then. but I definitely saw it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even popping up in chat for me. Should I try refreshing or something?
Here, let me see if I... Yeah, mine's showing up.
No, it's not. It didn't show up for me. All I see is the messages from Valen.
Did anyone else see that roll?
I did. Dice and all.
Yeah, I saw it.
I saw it.
Yeah, and nothing rolled across my screen.
Something may not have loaded in properly. You might have to reload.
Alright. Oh. You said that as I pulled the trigger.
I thought I said it quick enough, but I didn't.
Your quick jaw just didn't beat mine. Oh! Hey, they popped up for me now.
Okay.
And I can actually see the circus instead of just blinding flashing lights.
Oh, jeez.
It was just a rainbow light. I was having a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't load in completely.
Not a huge deal either way, because we're doing mostly theater of the mind at the moment, so... but yeah, so you all make your way around the tent to the eastern side of the circus in another clearing area. And it definitely looks like there's a bunch of, like, games going on here. But you are quickly able to pin down what was called the dunk tank on the punch card. And as you approach, you see the sign proclaim, Dunk Tank of Polymorph. And the guy, like, the cat sitting on the little bench sees your party approaching and goes, Ho ho, look at these suckers! That one looks like an actual chicken!
Raven, and we can't suck things easily.
Is this coming from a man sitting on a small bench dangling over a assumed potion of polymorph?
Correct. So yes, it's a catfolk in, like, comically oversized swim trunks with clown face paint on and a little party hat, and he's sitting on this little bench over this sloshing pink liquid.
Alright. What's the name of the game here, dipstick?
He says, you just gotta hit the target there, boss. And another, like, clown cat comes up and, like, hands you 3 balls and goes, right there, and points at a circular target to the right of the guy on the bench. And there's a sort of, like, pane of, like, magical glass between him and where you're throwing the ball, so you can't hit him with the ball.
Solid strategy. Good move. Good move.
And he goes, yeah, but with them gangly little lizard arms, I'm sure you can't pull that off. And as you go to huck these balls, go ahead and just make a ranged weapon attack for me if you have any sort of ranged weapon.
Quickly, I am going to have a small pep talk, pun intended, with Mika. Now, Mika, you're a ranger, correct?
Yep.
Now you see, I've come to learn that strength doesn't necessarily have to come from within when some of your strengths lie within your allies. Now see, I may be able to talk a big game, but I've never thrown a ball like that in my life. So, I don't want to embarrass myself in front of my friends, but what I think is that you, my friend, you can show that not only are you a better thrower of balls than me, but you can show that big mouth that surprises come in small packages. And as I do that, I'm going to give bardic inspiration to Mika.
The guy on the bench goes, "Ooh, gonna rely on the little mousy. A big tough lizard man. Ha ha."
Delenn is just like laughing at the clown. You're gonna eat all the words.
I'm gonna get super serious. I'm just gonna frame myself up for this.
Alright, go ahead and give me any sort of ranged attack. Was that a 1?
Yes.
What?
The ball just sort of like bashes off of the barricade, and like the guy that handed the balls to Anakur like duck. You have 2 more balls left.
Holding every single bit of laughter that is trying to leave my lizard body in this moment inside of me, I am going to solemnly pick up a ball, be like, you know, sometimes you put on a good show, and then you trip on the dismount. It happens to the best of us. But at least I wasn't the guy that they chose to sit behind a pane of glass. And then I'm going to make my ranged attacks. Where's my weapon? How make range attack?
Yeah, the cat guy sort of like sprawls across the bench and like yawns.
So just like with my bow? Just attack with my bow?
Yeah. And without any sort of like, if it's an enchanted weapon or something, like remove that bonus.
Okay, how would I go about removing the bonus?
Whatever you roll, we'll just minus it from it. So like, if it's a longbow +1, we'll just minus the 1.
Attack, there we go. This thing just... Oh, that's a nat 20.
Boom.
Yeah. So, as the first ball like bounces off of the glass and the cat guy like sprawls across the board, Anakur dips down, grabs one of the balls out of Mika's hand, says what he says, and just whips it, and it smacks the target, knocks the guy into the potion, bounces off of the target, and hits the guy that handed you all the balls in the back of the head. And as the cat that was on the bench splashes into the potion, a chicken flies out from the sloshing liquid, trying to fly out of the enclosure.
Where's the chicken now?
The
Cockhead!
The guy running the stall sort of stands up, rubs the back of his head, and goes, All right. Do you have a punch card?"
I hand over the punch card with like a smile, like, did I just do that? And I'm also looking at my hand, like, what weapon is this? Like, what monster have I?
The guy pulls out like a little thing that has like a few hole punch like things, and out of the two of them that he has on the thing, he gives you a punch that looks like a little sun on the spot for the dunk tank.
Can I do a investigation check to see if he has any other visible punches that have different symbols?
I'm gonna say it's pretty quick. So either investigation or sleight of hand.
I'll do investigation. $15.
You're able to just barely catch it that the other hole punch on it has a half moon symbol.
Okay. I'm gonna mental note of that. And then, since we're done with this attraction, I'm gonna... Is that guy, is he gonna be okay? He's kind of flailing around in there.
Oh yeah, just gotta give him the antidote.
Okay, cool. I know this is all for show and stuff. Y'all are putting on a good job, by the way. That was really good. Gotta say, it was really embarrassing there for a minute. If I didn't do what I did, you might not have seen me leave this place alive.
Ooh. Yeah, just try not to injure anybody.
I apologize, and I will do just that. And let's how about we go to that guess the box, Mika.
Ah, spot the mimic right over there. And
Stop who now?
The guy that you were just conversing with, running the polymorph stand, points it like across the clearing to another tent.
Okay. I think you need a bit of a redemption arc here, Mika. Are you ready?
Yep.
Alright, let's head to spot the mimic.
So yeah, you all head over to the tent that cat pointed out. And there's just a tent, a light with like these strobing rainbow lights. There's all sorts of like presents and stuffed animals and things, and there's like this cat at like a little like desk with this like cushy chair behind it, and he's like hunched over with this like really bad back, wearing another mask, and he sort of like gives you this like wave, and you can tell that like if he didn't have such terrible posture, this dude would be like 8 feet tall.
Well, that's... Well, howdy there,
Hello.
Is this the, mimic game?
Yes. Welcome.
What's your name?
My name? It's been a while since anybody's asked my name.
That's far more concerning than you probably intended it to be, or maybe you intended it to be that concerning, but either way, Wait, I thought I would just be polite. I realized I didn't ask your other co-workers over there their name, and one of your older co-workers just mentioned being nice and mentioning the, like, acquainting yourselves with people, so I thought I might say hi, you know?
Oh, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Just, you know, time is strange at the circus, as they say.
Who says that?
Everyone, I thought. I've spent a lot of time at the circus, though.
Well, you work here. I'd assume you'd probably be here quite a bit. You know, I would actually hope that you had a decent life outside of the circus, and now hearing that makes me think that maybe a little bit of a wage slave, or maybe you choose to do this because you have nothing better to do, which is also another sad bit. How do we play your game?
Oh, I thought that was fairly simple. You just need to guess where the mimic is.
There any sort of kit and caboodle to it? Nothing on the sly, nothing on the down low. It's just we pick one of whatever boxes, and whether or not it's a mimic. Is it a 1 in 3, 1 in 4? What's my odds here?
Well, there's a lot of options. I suppose everybody could get 3 chances. Across your party, that's odds of 12, right? Oh, and my name is Ditto, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Ditto. I'm on a course. Let's see here. Graveheart wants to investigate the chest.
Everybody roll right on in and give it a good old investigation.
From a distance, of course. I don't want to, like, walk up to them and investigate. Work for me, work for me. Ooh, that's
Yeah,
not bad.
so like this like scene, by the way, like looks like you've walked into some sort of child's wonderland. Like it's like underneath the Christmas tree on Christmas Day in the richest kid's house. Like there's toys and presents and, you know, knickknacks aplenty.
I'm looking for what appears like it might be closed eyeball.
Mika.
Mika and Valin.
Now's your time to shine.
Bring it.
Stacking that.
My dice hate me.
So you got an 11? What'd you get, Mika?
I got an 11.
You have I gave you
rolled a
bardic.
one.
I gave you bardic inspiration. You can roll a d10.
This is true. You can roll a d10 and add it to your roll if you'd like, Mika.
I did give you that pep talk.
Man, your dice really do hate you tonight.
Oh man, this is really hurting my ego
They're
way
horrible.
more than.
But I will say, so you're all investigating the scene. Graveheart's on the lookout for any closed eyeballs, and he finds one of those like baby dolls, or they find one of those baby dolls that like when you tilt it, it opens and closes its eyes, and they're like,
Gross.
this has to be it. On Okur, you are like, okay, I've seen some mimics nearby here. Like, I know, like, the shenanigans they can get up to, but they're generally containers. So you grab, like, a present. Mika, you, are distracted by the, like, wonders of the scene, and you, like, go and grab, like, a little stuffed animal excitedly, like, oh, look at this. Valin catches movement. There is a stuffed rabbit in the corner that, like, as the party comes in, like, shifted ever so slightly. And Valin walks over and, like, goes to, like, pick it up. Or, well, you tell me, when you spot the mimic, Valin, what do you do?
I guess I would pick it up how one would pick up a living rabbit.
All right. So you all watch Valin, like, pick up this, like, stuffed rabbit, and then it, like, begins to, like, visibly, like, squirm uncomfortably as she grabs it. Valin, it, like, sticks to your hands. Like, it is, like, sticky.
Oh.
Gross.
Ditto looks you all over and goes, oh, it's been a long time since that happened. Even longer than anybody's asked me my name, that's for sure. Well, I guess you get a prize, right? Do I have prizes? He starts rummaging through his desk.
Do you perchance have a stamp?
And then I hold out my punch card.
Oh, yes, I have that. And he, like, pulls out this, like, giant rainbow lollipop and hands it to Valin as the, like, mimic, like, pries itself from your grip, Valin, and, like, scurries away in, like, in this amorphous blob form. Like, it falls to the floor and, like, turns into, like, flubber or, like, snot material with all these eyes, like, looking at all of you, and then it, like, scurries into, like, the cacophony of, like, toys.
Oh, God.
As you now are left with just this, like, giant, like, comically large rainbow sucker. And Ditto pulls out the hole punch, and punches Honaker's card with the sun symbol.
Alright, that's 2.
I just
All right.
figured out the pun in his name.
Oh, Ditto and the creature, yeah.
Yep.
I get it.
Well, now, thank you very much, Ditto. Your game was fun. Please wash your hands, Valin.
She like looked at her hand, like wasn't expecting that to happen.
Alright, well, sticky hands aside, let's head to that gummy bear race.
Sounds good to me.
Gummy bear races would be over at the food court.
What if it is like what the name is, gummy bear? Like it's like human gum meshed together to look like toy bears.
Yeah, morbid.
Ditto, like, it looks a little taken aback from what Valin says and goes, no, they're candy.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought too, but don't think that just came from her head. I said that first, just away from where people were listening, so that this type of situation wouldn't happen. But it's okay. Don't worry. We're not familiar with this type of stuff. We promise we're not that weird. And then I leave. And I head towards the food court.
And then
I
he
follow
walked
on a
into the
curve.
sunset.
And then he walked off, never to be seen by the party again.
I follow on a curve and go, yes, we are. We're definitely that weird.
Huh? You cut out a little bit, sorry.
We're definitely that weird.
Yeah, I know. I just don't try to let other people know that. I look at us as a group and tell us this is normal.
Wait, we're not normal? I get
Vlyn, you, sweetheart, are the most normal of us. Please don't change.
He says to the pupilless, white-eyed woman.
Yeah, I'm a 6 foot, a nearly 7 foot tall lizard. Got the talking bird, and got the mouse with a sword.
I also have wings, the Anathemar.
Still the most normal. You're the most passing.
These things are true.
Alright.
Alright.
Now that I got that tirade out of the way. I'm going to, I have no idea if this is, if this pertains to anything really, but, when that first guy stamped my ticket, my punch card, I noticed that he had another punch that was a half moon, and I was wondering why I got one stamp and not the other, and then when we did the other guy, just now, Ditto's, it was a sun again, and I don't know what that means per se, and I don't know if I should feel left out that we didn't get the other one, or maybe the other one's for like different days or times of day. I don't know.
What if it's winners and losers?
You know, that's a good idea. I'ma keep that in lock. That's idea number one. All right. Gummy bear race time.
What if gummy bears are like gummy worms?
Gummy worms sound good.
Great. Now
That's
that
a food group me and Graveheart can agree on is worms.
fucking
Lizards like worms.
Now I have to be like, great, now canonically the fucking Blue Sands tribe has gummy worms. I mean, it makes sense because they're fucking birds, but... Anyway. So, the group makes their way over to the food court again. Catching Feller still jamming out. He's munching on, like, this, street corn snack. You know, the corn on the stick with the, like, spices and stuff.
Corn on the snack. It's on a petrified snake carcass.
God, no. So, as you, like, make your way back into the food court, you find that, yeah, there's, like, a central stand there that, like, has this, like, ring going around it. And there's, like, this, sort of, like, very relaxed, Catwoman, like, leaning against the counter, like, lazily staring at a jar of candy.
Hello there, is this the, gummy bear race?
Oh, yeah. Y'all are gonna do this whole thing, then?
What's your name, sad clown?
Sad? I don't know about that.
Do they all seem melancholy?
Exhausted? That last one seemed creepy. I don't know what you mean about melancholy.
Oh. I mean, Some of us have been here for a while. It is what it is. Gummy bears, though? And she, like, picks up the jar and, like, shakes it at you.
What's your name, tired one?
They call me Libra.
I'm catching a theme here. Well, Libra, we would be most interested in doing your gummy bear race. How do we do this?
Yeah, well, she holds out the jar. Says, go ahead and pick your gummy bear. And then put him at the starting line.
Is there a purple one? Because if there is, I grab
Oh,
it.
absolutely. There is a gummy bear in, like, every color of the rainbow. And as she, like, lifts the lid off the top of the jar, they're all, like, squirming in there. Like, and, like, it sounds like a cacophony of little, like, squeaky screams. Like, ee!
That's
Like somebody
Great.
just opened a door to, like, another room that has guinea pigs in it.
okay. I pick up my small little guinea pig gummy bear. How big are they? Like gummy bear size?
Yeah, they're standard gummy bears.
Okay, I pick it up. I pick up the purple gummy bear, and I resist the urge to eat it.
She, like,
What
holds
would
the...
happen if we let our impulse thought of eating these little guys go to motion?
Most people wait until the end of the race to eat the gummy. She holds the jar out to Valin.
Alright, Bolin, she closes her eyes, and then she puts her hand in the bowl and picks one gummy bear out of, I don't know, based on personality of how they're squirming or something.
Yeah, you grab, like, one that squirms really hard as, like, you squeeze it between your fingers, and as you open your eyes and pull it up, it's this, like, somewhere in between, like, red and orange, probably like a strawberry color.
Oh, I like you. You look a cute little guy. You like look at him or it or her.
The gummy bear makes, like, a hissing noise at you.
Oh, little feisty guy.
One, yes, fight for your freedom.
I'm sorry.
Libra leans...
Fight for your freedom, yes.
Libra leans over the counter, like, as far as she can, like, extending the jar down to Mika.
I am going to reach in and get a red one.
Alrighty. And then she sort of, like, rolls over and then, like, without, like, pulling herself up, like, holds the jar up to Graveheart.
Braveheart will pick a blue one. Because blue sands.
Oh boy. And then Libra grabs this, like, forest green one and sets it at the starting line. Well, the odds are in your guys' favor here. And with that, everybody just go ahead and roll a d20.
Right, Valen and I rolled at the exact same time.
I need to unselect Mika. The first Mika roll is mine.
Oh.
My bad.
Oh.
Nice, yes. Let's
There we go. All right, so you all watch as the gummy bears all start like fighting their way along the finish, towards the finish line, and shortly after takeoff, the one that Libra chose and the one that Graveheart chose like stumble over each other and get into like this huge fight, and like barely make it like past the starting point.
Is there gummy gore?
They're just like fighting, like they're like throwing punches on the track.
They're bears. They're throwing punches and they're bears.
Anakurs comes in second as Mika's red gummy races across the line, and Valin's comes in a very close third. Oh boy. Guess you get a prize. You all get to eat your gummy bears as well if you want to.
I'm taking my gummy bear and I'm putting it. Yeah, I'm eating it. What am I telling? I'm gonna eat it. I was gonna save it for later, but I just decided to eat it now. I have zero, like, willpower when it comes to gummies, especially gummy bears. Gummy bears are my favorite candy.
But Libra once again like stretches across the counter as she hands a jar down to Mika. And Mika, as you receive this jar, inside is just a variety of different candies. There's gumballs and licorice and marshmallows.
Do I get the whole jar?
You are the winner. And you now have a jar of candy that is equivalent to about an ounce.
Okie dokie.
I'm
very excited.
I hand Libra my punch card. And a punch, if you could please.
Oh, yeah, of course. And she punches it with another little sun hole punch.
Hey, I had a quick question for you, if it's not too much to ask. Is there a difference between the moon and the sun stamps that y'all's got?
Libra like stares at you for like almost a minute straight, not talking, and then she just shrugs.
Valid response, alright. I like the idea of the mirror maze. How about y'all? A room of mirrors.
Works for me. Sounds fun.
Alrighty.
Those will be in that shed over by the main tent over there.
Well, thank you very much. This was a very entertaining game.
Everybody likes candy. She just gives like this devious smile.
And Graveheart will use his beak to just bite the gummy bear in half and eat it in half.
Alright. So you all enjoy your gummy bears after the race. If anybody doesn't consume your gummy bear, upon walking away from the stall, it does cease moving and becomes like your standard gummy bear.
I am very sad now because that's what I did.
Yeah, the spell that made it cool and moving seems to wear off as you leave the stand, sadly.
I
You
shrug.
were gonna
and
try
then
to have a gummy bear friend.
I shrug and put it in my mouth.
I was kind of hoping to teach this gummy bear all about revolutions. And then
Oh my god, you were gonna make a
So,
revolutionary?
let's see. Oniker had purple. So, Oniker, your gummy bear was grape flavored. Valin, yours was strawberry. The blue one would have been blueberry, and the red one is cherry.
Delicious.
But y'all approach the Hall of Mirrors. It doesn't seem like there's anybody standing like at the front of it. There's just sort of like an entryway, and as you look through the entryway, you can see all of like the mirrors as it spreads out across the maze.
Well, I don't know if y'all want to do this amongst yourselves, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a much easier time one at a time, so I'll head in first, and I'll see y'all on the other side. And then I'm going to head first into Mirror Maze.
So, alright. Oniker, you head into the maze, and as you all watch Oniker head into the maze, as he heads down the path, avoiding the mirrors, maybe like bumping into one occasionally, as he gets further out of sight, he looks older and older.
concerned.
Do I feel? Can I look? Do I look at myself? Do I look older?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Do we look older to Oniker from his distance, looking at us through the mirrors?
That depends on if I look back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does Oniker look back at all? Or is he just like focused on going through the maze?
I'm thinking because it's a bit of a. I'm thinking to myself.
I know if it were me, my eyes would be ahead, so...
Yeah, I'd be looking ahead.
So yeah, Oniker doesn't look back at all, because he doesn't notice. Does anybody go in after him?
Me.
Oh.
Valin.
Are the rest of you sticking together with Valin, or is it just Valin going in now?
I'll follow behind Valin.
Like, as a group, or as, like, you're tailing her, like, you're keeping her in sight?
I don't know. Do you want to be tailed, or me go straight with you?
Neither.
Sorry, I didn't understand that over the music.
Here, let me turn it down a tick. Go ahead. Valin?
Hey, either or is fine with me. Either someone can tail right behind me, or Valin can go further in.
I'll stay as a kind of very close, like, group-ish. Is there anything I could do to help figure out how to get through the maze easier?
We will get to that momentarily. Is Mika going through it all, or
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
okay? Are you like sticking with Valin and Graveheart?
Yes.
Okay. So, first and foremost, great. Onakur, what are you thinking of as you head into the Hall of Mirrors? Are you thinking about the future or the past, or?
Honestly, I'm thinking about the present, like things that are going on all around us. Thinking about
Very
my
cool.
sister.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Okay, are you thinking about your sister, like, what's happening to her? Like, what could happen to her? Or are you thinking about your sister in, like, remembering your sister as she was?
Thinking about like what's going on with her now. Like, is she okay? Is she even her? Is she alive? Is she gone? Like, what's I don't know. Just like wondering about her well-being at the moment.
Okay, cool. Everybody else, because you're all together, are, are you worried about what's happening to Onakur? Are you thinking about what's going to happen because you saw him aging? Are you worried about what's going to happen to you? Or what are y'all thinking about?
I am. I'm just thinking that it's a wild ride, and I'm not really thinking that it's crazy. This is just magic, and I'm out, and I'm happy to be with friends and enjoy. But
Living in
at
the
the back of my
moment.
mind, I
Sorry, you cut out there. What was that?
am thinking about my people and where they're gonna go, and how cool it would be if they were here.
Very nice, very nice. What is Valin thinking about?
Thinking about how she can raise a new church up without there being conflict between uh, the religion being adapting from Aran to Titan, and if like her family will either join her in on this, or would it will cause her family to split apart.
Alright, so you're thinking about your religion and your family and your future?
Yes, and the future of the religion.
Okay. And what's Graveheart thinking about?
Graveheart, getting rid of this damned scythe.
Very cool. Alright, I'm gonna need, just everybody go ahead and make a survival check for me.
I'm trained in this. Not that great a score, but I'm trained in this. Oh yeah, no, that's that. Good thing I'm
Nice.
sticking with Mika and Valin.
Alright, so as you are all walking through this maze of mirrors,
Hmm? Oh.
alright, so as you're all walking through this maze of mirrors, Onakur, you're really like enjoying the circus. living in the moment, but you're thinking about your family, and you're thinking about the consequences of like everything that's happened to your sister. So as you begin walking through the Hall of Mirrors, you hear the sounds of like a little girl laughing in the distance.
Is it a familiar laugh?
No, but it's definitely that of a small child, like very, very young.
All right.
And with your passive perception, you're able to catch a glimpse of her actually in the distance. This little girl with long white hair in all white, just sort of running. Not ghostly or anything, but like you're able to tell it looks like the baby you just picked up, but like as a little girl.
Oh, little baby Orin. Oh.
Where did
Hey,
we put Oren?
don't go running. Little girl, what are you doing? And then I'm gonna kind of start to chase after her.
Cool, cool. As you run after the little girl, you're like dipping and dodging, and the nice thing about having something to like orient yourself by is that you're able to tell like a good chunk of like where there's actually mirrors versus like before. But you do still like occasionally like, you know, bonk into a mirror trying to go after her, and you lose sight of her for a second, and then as you round a corner, you see this figure of your sister, but instead of your sister, it's like all black, like it's a shadow cast of her.
I'm gonna like stop dead in my tracks, and I'm gonna be a bit take like lost for right now, like lost for words at first, but I'm gonna like close my eyes and be like, this isn't happening. You're not seeing her. You're not seeing her. And then I'm going to open my eyes.
It's still there, but it's looking at you now, and where her eyes would be are just like red and glowing, and then its face opens up in this cracked red smile, and it goes, "What? You don't want to see your sister?" And then all of a sudden, the entire tunnel is black as it just sweeps around you. And like, you sort of like get knocked back a little bit by like just the energy of it all as everything sort of goes back to normal.
So it's like back to being like I can see everything again and she's not there anymore?
Yeah.
Do I still hear the girl?
No. You're now like alone where you are.
I'm gonna stand there for a moment. He's gonna take a deep breath and I know that wasn't you, Almura. But I'm gonna find you. Promise. I'm not gonna let this fucking maze play with my mind. You're not here, but I know you're out there somewhere. And I'm gonna continue to walk just ahead to try to orient myself and just keep walking forward.
You take a step, and you feel an icy cold hand on your icy cold hand on your shoulder, as you hear your sister's voice again. And she goes, "Oh, I'm always with you, Anakur." And then the hand is gone.
I'm gonna whip around to, like, see if there's something behind me.
Alright. So, cutting to the rest of the group, we'll start with Mika. Mika, you go into the maze with the group. It's a good time. You're ready to have a blast in this crazy maze thing. You know it's all magic and everything. But somewhere along the way, between all of you bumping into mirrors and things and everything being confusing, you lose sight of Valin and Graveheart, probably due to them not being able to orient themselves like you are. But you're quickly making your way through the maze. And when you feel like you're about halfway through the maze, you hear Anakur in the distance.
Okay.
You
I will say I will call out to him.
all right? So, Anakur, as you turn around, you hear Mika call out to you.
Like, from the direction that I'm looking.
Yes.
I'll kind of, like, I'll be taken aback a moment, and can I see her, or is it just hearing her?
You can only hear each other at the moment.
Okay.
It almost sounds like she's like yelling down an alleyway in a city at you.
I am trying to make my way over there.
I'm going, I don't necessarily trust it, so I'm going to turn back around the way that I'm going, but as I do, I'm going to yell just in rage, "You're not gonna trick me again, you fuck-ass maze!"
So, Mika, as you begin heading towards Anakur, you hear him say that, but then you hear another noise, off to your right on the way. Like something else shuffling nearby.
Sorry, I was moving around. I didn't quite hear that. Sorry.
That's okay. So as you begin heading towards Anakur, at first you hear Anakur shout, like, "You won't trick me again, you fuck-ass maze." And then you begin heading in the direction that you heard him from. And on the way there, you hear something shuffling, like, to your right. Like, a little ways off of the, like, path that you would take to get to Anakur.
I'm gonna like squint and stop, make a stance, and look around.
You don't see anything, but you can definitely hear, like, it almost sounds like teacups.
Like thinking?
Correct.
Curious. I'm going to follow the sound.
You head through an array of mirrors down a side path away from the direction of Anakur, and it's like you, like, come into, like, the center of a hedge maze. And there's a whole bunch of, like, the mouse folk that you, like, knew back home. And they're all sitting there having a cup of tea. And they're like, "Mika!" They all wave you over and invite you to sit down with them.
I'm gonna get like really, really excited and run over to them. Be like, what happened? How did you get here?
Oh, it's a long story. And then another mouse chimes in, aren't you going to tell her? And then a third mouse says, well, we shouldn't we? And then another mouse goes, you know already. We're not really here.
What?
And then there's like a flash, and the whole thing like goes red, and the hedges are on fire, and all of the mice are that like crystalline, corrupted sort of being that you encountered earlier in the tunnels.
My eyes are gonna get really wide, and like also a little both frightened and also like this is shocking, so I'm like tearing up, but I will scream and run the other way.
Yeah, you turn and you start running through the mirrors, and like it feels so real for a moment that like you swear you can almost smell the smoke. But you quickly start darting your way through because you're able to orient yourself even in this crazy maze. Like you knew you were in the center, so you're able to find your way to the same hallway that Anakur is in. And as you round a corner, you know, dealing with what you just saw, you spot your friend at the end of the hall. Probably standing, like, cross-armed, sort of obstinate, like he would.
I will be like, please tell me you're real.
He's gonna turn and look at her, and she looks normal, nothing fucky about it.
Nope, it's... You guys are pretty sure that it's both the real you, but who can say for sure in this place?
I stop and I do the Spider-Man point meme, like, are you real?
I'm real. Are you real?
How badly did you just embarrass yourself?
I just saw a bunch of my people, and they were all freaky.
Oh, that's not necessarily what I was meaning. I was trying to test you to see if you remembered the incident outside of this mirror maze.
Oh, the balls?
Yes.
Yeah, that sucked.
Okay. Good. Well, not good. That did kind of suck, and I apologize, but it happens. Wait, so this maze is fucking with you too?
Yeah, I think it's like pulling out some like nightmares or something. It's like a haunted house rather than a fun maze.
Yeah, that's for sure. I keep seeing my sister.
I'm sorry.
Not as sorry as not as sorry as the HR department of this freaking circus is gonna be when I get a hold of them.
Man, I wonder what an HR clown would act like.
So anyway, as that reunion is happening, we're going to flash over to Valin and Graveheart. As I said to Bika, at some point, the three of you get separated. But Graveheart, you're tailing Valin pretty well, so you haven't lost sight of her yet. When both of you start hearing the little girl giggle in the distance.
About a second. Oops, sorry.
And I think you both have a high enough perception to catch sight of her as well. that it's a little girl that looks exactly like the baby Aaron you just rescued?
With no thought, Bolin just immediately runs or like flies to catch up to the little girl.
I think my passive is 15.
Yeah, that's good enough.
I will yell, "It's probably a trap!"
So just Grave.
Did Bolin hear that as she was flying or running away?
Yeah, you'll hear that.
I will follow behind.
So yeah, you. How do you react to that, Volin? Are you gonna keep following the girl, or?
I kind of want to see. I don't know if I want to see what happens if she gets separated from Graveheart, or what happens if they're like stick close by to each other. I don't know what I would do. So if you have a good idea how it could be a better story, maybe you can do it,
So,
Rose.
I guess this is what you need to weigh out: is would Volin stop for Graveheart calling out, or would she be so driven by chasing this little girl that she would ignore what Graveheart has to say?
She'd be very driven, so she would just like tune out his voice.
So yeah, Graveheart, you watch as like Volin sort of tunes you out and just keeps chasing down this little girl.
I'm gonna be right back.
Okie dokie. Thanks for letting us know. So as you both are chasing after this little girl, the mirrors sort of fall away, and you start chasing her down this hedge maze, and she's just always like just out of like reach, just like very very fast. And then as you like round a corner in the hedge maze and see her in the distance, she looks older.
Wait, don't go fast. I have some questions.
She looks back at you, Volin, as you say that, and smiles like impishly. You see her eyes are very similar to yours. They're pure white without pupils, and she starts running down another path.
Baby's eyes being pure white.
It's the same as the babies were.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah, so to describe her, at this point, she probably looks about 12. She's wearing like an all white tattered sundress that is what like she's got like porcelain skin, white blonde hair, like she is all white.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, she's continuing to run away from you. And giggle in the process.
Oh.
What was that?
Valen yelled to her, "Careful, you might hurt yourself."
I'm back.
Welcome back. She just laughs loudly and goes, "No one gets hurt here, silly."
Tell that to my emotions.
You can't catch me, Valen!
And just like takes a deep breath and just focus in on herself and just she kind of does like she takes that stance like how what runners would do before they run in a race.
Alright, so you've been, like, sort of, like, standing then, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, so, like, Graveheart, you're, like, you overhear this interaction and are able to sort of, like, close the gap between you and Valen as she's stancing up to start sprinting.
I will do my best to catch up to her. I do have a speed of 60.
Yeah, you're pretty quick.
It still only says 40, but
As long as you know, that's what's important. Alright.
what item was it that gives me 60 feet? Because I'm not seeing it on here anymore. Or do I have the complete wrong character right now? My flying speed is 60.
Ah,
So that'll
that's
be
what it was.
That will be
Also,
how I'm following.
Did we start you with the fox mask, was it?
Cleo.
Thought it was the bird mask.
Oh no, I gave you Vindane's mask.
Oh yeah.
I thought you might have had another mask I made that boosts your movement speed. But you might be getting confused because I know Valen has a movement speed boosting item as well.
I'm thinking Urias.
Oh yeah, you've got that thing in that. Yeah, so if you're flying, you'll be able to move 20 faster than Valen.
That's right. It's almost
And I'm
for me to catch up.
I'm not going to even question the physics of that in a glass or in a mirror maze.
Oh, you've left, like, so as I described previously, at some point the mirrors like stopped being mirrors and you're in a hedge maze now. There's like a fake ceiling though, like there's like a painted sky with like clouds and stuff.
Would you say it's similar to how in Alice in Wonderland level in Chains of Memories?
Sure. It's very Alice in Wonderland, I will say that. Yeah, like, so it's kind of like got like a Truman Show situation going on where like there's like a fake sky and stuff. Like you're still clearly inside of a building. But also, to anyone competent enough, it's like this space is obviously bigger on the inside somehow.
I picked up on that.
Pretty sure all of our passives would probably catch on to that.
I just want to make it be reminded that my passive investigation is what is high, not my passive perception.
I think that anyone with an intelligence score or a wisdom score higher than 8 would pick up on the fact that the inside of this building is larger than the outside.
Okay, I can pick up on that with investigation.
Perception would be mine.
This place is weird. It's too big.
So, I guess that raises the question. Would Graveheart speed ahead and try and catch the little girl for Valin? Or...
I mean, he actually might because they actually might. I think they probably have a better chance of not dying to it.
Dying to what? What?
The trap.
Oh,
They
fucking...
think it is.
Okay. I'm like, what trap? I didn't throw a trap. Alright, so, yeah. If I guess that's the case, then Graveheart speeds ahead of Valin, being much faster. And as you speed around the corner, you catch sight of the little girl again, down an aisle, and she like looks back at you and jumps, seeing you're closing like the distance. But you also catch on to the fact that she has aged since you last saw her, and she now looks like she's like 15.
Huh? I always said chicks grow quickly.
But she continues to run, and as long as you continue to follow, you pretty quickly catch up to her at about the point where she looks like she's about 17. Upon catching up to her, how does Graveheart handle that?
They will reach out and put a hand on the shoulder.
As you touch her shoulder, assumably still flying, like, she acts like a child that's just gotten tagged. She, like, does, like, a rolling, like, frontward wheel, like, she rolls, like, head over feet, like, forward on the ground, and then, like, sprawls out and goes, "Ah, you're no fun."
Yeah. This isn't meant to be fun. It's meant to be fun. Never mind.
I was gonna say, is it not? It's a circus.
It's a weird circus.
Of course. Granny's wonderful, isn't she?
Granny?
Yeah, the ringmaster.
Yeah? I guess.
And as that interaction sort of gets to that point, Valin is finally able to close the distance, and like catch up to Graveheart and Aaron, who is now like standing up, and she is like barefoot, by the way. She looks between the two of you and goes, "You're gonna want us to leave now, aren't you?"
Uh-huh. I'm confused.
You're always confused. And you always want to leave. I don't want to leave. Please, promise me, Valin, can we stay forever?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Valin? Did we lose her?
Seems like.
Hello?
I think I heard her for a sec there.
Hello.
There you are.
Okay, I didn't realize I was muted.
Okay. So what did you say in response?
Oh, Valenci said in response, like, yeah, we can stay together forever. We don't have to stay together forever here. We can stay together forever out in the world that we can experience and explore together. That sounds
As
a
you-
lot more fun, doesn't it?
As you begin the sentence, she's smiling, and then as it continues, she's like, immediately starts to frown. Boo! Every time. And then she, like, dives through the hedges.
Are the hedges all the way to the ceiling?
Yes. There's like a maybe a foot gap between the, like, top of the hedges and the ceiling. And the hedges are like faux hedges. They're made out of that, like, fake Christmas tree material.
Still, Braveheart's fairly sure they have the proper equipment for this and will, taller than what she is, start swiping the hedges with the scythe. To cut a hole in them and chase after her.
I really hope that I'm not nearby.
So, Valin, you watch as, like, Graveheart raises their scythe and goes to swipe at the hedges, and then a glass mirror shatters. And you're back in a hallway in the glass mirrors, but with one of the mirrors broken.
Oh, that doesn't bode well.
I hope there's no break it you buy it.
Can we? Does that affect me and Mika in any way?
As you guys are both having the interaction of having caught up to each other, you hear a mirror shatter nearby.
Huh. I wonder what that was. Do you hear that?
7 years. Marky, are you muted too?
Sorry.
Did you hear that, Mika?
I hear it. Something.
Sounded like a mirror breaking. As if somebody reacted in a really violent way to something that they saw and lashed out in a fit of rage and destroyed a mirror.
Well, that could be like 7 years of bad luck.
Damn, that is unlucky.
Yeah, it sure sounds like that, and with Mika's survival as high as it was, she's very easily able to, like, hone in on where it was.
I think it's this way. You want to go check it out? Let's stick together, though.
I reach out for Mika's hand.
Let's go.
Alright.
It's like her hand is, like, just big enough to wrap around, like, one of Oniker's fingers, or like two.
And I just snatch Mika, pick her up on the shoulder, and be like, point me in the direction.
This way.
And I follow.
So yeah, very shortly after the mirror breaking, Graveheart and Valin see Oniker and Mika round a corner.
The hedges weren't hedges.
These are mirrors. What are you talking about?
They were hedges a few minutes ago. Not
What?
even minutes
Now
ago.
mirrors.
Y'all seeing people that you're not supposed to see too?
Armin went through it. Then I
This
stick
place
my
is
head in
whack.
and look
You
around.
saw Aaron? Was it a little girl?
A young adult version of her.
Yeah, I saw her too, but then when I followed her, I rounded the corner. Bam! Shadow Sister.
Oof,
I will
that's
stick my head.
nightmare coming awake.
I will stick my head in where the mirror was and look around to see if I can find anything.
As Graveheart attempts to do that, you knock the mirror out in the hallway on the opposite side of the wall, and it shatters on the floor. But there's another hallway of mirrors on the other side.
That's another 7 years. That's 14 years.
Verdane will make it interesting.
I'm gonna need so much salt after this.
I'm gonna turn sideways and shimmy through the hole so I don't like use my wing or accidentally break any more with my wings.
Yeah, it's a pretty wide space. You're able to pop through.
That's another hallway.
We gotta get through this maze. I don't know if taking a shortcut's a good idea. Marky seems to have a pretty good ear about this place, so maybe we just stick together and let Marky guide us through this thing.
Who's Marky?
Mika.
Mika.
No, that was
You said my
straight up.
wrong name.
That was straight up Braveheart asking.
Your wrong name. You have a wrong name. This is too meta. This is too meta.
We are in the House of Mirrors.
Ah! Alright, Mika. You willing to guide us through this hellhole?
Yes. Redemption arc.
Alright. Everyone stick together, and I'm going to reach my hands out for Braveheart.
Come on
I
this
will-
way.
Take my rope off of my pack and go.
We could use this.
I trust that about as much as I trust you with mirrors. And that's not very much right now.
We could tie each other together.
I prefer physical contact. Do you have a thing about touch? If that's the case, I understand, and in that case, I'll let you tie yourself to me.
And being a follower of Verdane,
Okay, but you're not really my type.
Get a load of this guy. I look into the camera. Get a load of this guy.
So you all chain yourselves together in one way or another. And with Mika's help, you're able to make your way through the rest of the House of Mirrors. Thankfully for all of your sanities.
I was starting to lose it there.
I'm sorry if this is a very elementary school question, but how do you spell leash again?
Leash.
I really hope that's for your notes or something. Anyway, so as you all pop out the exit of
For Amazon.
as you all start popping out of the other side of the House of Time mirrors, you find a snoozing cat resting at a table at the exit. He's dressed in somewhat of a piratey getup.
Yar, Captain.
Huh? Oh. Somebody actually went through the mirrors.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun time. I have my stamp card here. Can I have a stamp, please?
Sure thing, buddy. You got it. And
Yeah, and when we were going through, we noticed that I think somebody did go through before us because there was 2 mirrors that were knocked over, and it was really weird. You should probably look into that.
Belinda's side eyes on her.
the cat just
Why?
blinks.
I'm not the one who broke mirrors. Don't look at me.
The cat just blinks and goes, "What mirrors? There's no mirrors. Don't worry about it."
Okay, I'm gonna take that at face value. So this makes stamp number 4.
Are we still in the House of Mirrors?
And as he stamps your stamp card, you notice that this stamp is in the shape of a star.
Oh Christ, there's another shape. I hate this.
Oh, what does this one mean?
We got the
Why's a star?
Star?
The cat snores on the table.
Rude.
Okay.
All right. Well, what's another? What were some of the other game options I've forgotten in the 4 that we've done?
Your list on your punch card still contains darts and balloons, fortune teller, pick a frog, milkshake bar, rainbow slide, strength test, petting zoo, Ferris wheel, and clown show.
All right.
Strength
The Okay, we got 1 for strength test. I heard frogs. That sounds fun.
The clown show seems like it would be the least. Where I think we're just watching, right? Or are we performing?
That's a question to be answered once the show starts, but also I think that the way that this guy, the way that the Capricorn explained it to me when giving me this punch card, or the way that he said it, it seemed like he was implying, like, depending on which ones I've gotten stamped is dependent on the prize that I get. So I'm thinking maybe we don't go for the ones that are, like, just a one and done easy thing. We kind of gone for 2 of those already, but we've done a couple that was steel based. I think we might do a dispersing of more skill based to just sitting there and watching something and getting credit for something. Like it's like playing a phone game and getting an ad that you have to watch in order to get money in the game.
It's a phone.
Exactly. So the frogs sounds like a decent thing. Also, the strength test sounds decent. I am down to go to the clown show afterwards if that's the case. We're not limited to 5. We can do more.
As long as it's not as creepy as the last one we were in, we'll be good.
Okay, and you think clown show is gonna be better than that? You are a wishful thinker. Alright, let's go for the strength test.
They might eat us. Or put us in, like, cotton candy cocoons.
Yeah, or have balloon animal guard dogs. Alright, where is the strength test?
I'll say from the exit of the Maze of Mirrors, just to the northwest, you're able to spy what you can only assume is the strength test. It's sort of near the hookah bar, near where you originally saw Gemini. And there is a very buff looking cat sort of leaning against it. It's this tall tower-like structure with a bell at the top. and at the bottom is this like. Well, you've seen a strength test from a circus before, so you hit it with like a hammer or whatever. Instead of a hammer, there's just this massive like sucker.
Alright. Alrighty then. Who wants to take a whack at it?
Graveheart will step forward.
Alright. You sure you can do this with one hand on a scythe?
I'm gonna need you to let me use this lollipop because you can't suck a soul out of a damn-a-babby.
You think I would let you demean me in such a way?
It's a game.
Swing your sucker!
Do you want me to just roll my flail?
Sure, sounds good. So you're able to smack it square on. Go ahead and roll for me. Just roll for me a strength check or athletics. Athletics. That's what I want. That's the word I'm looking for. Athletics.
Son of a bitch.
I will take this moment to remind you, I do believe you still have a DM inspiration.
I thought I used it.
I'll double check.
I used mine. I'm pretty sure. Oh, nope, I still have the inspiration ping.
Graveheart has used his. I see it's not on there.
Can I give him...
If you'd like, I'll allow you to give your inspiration to Graveheart.
I believe in him wholeheartedly. I knew he was this moment to shine. I've been hyping up my homie the whole time. I will give him my inspiration.
Give me another athletics check at advantage.
Valen will pray to Titan for him.
Better, much better.
So as you slam this sucker into the like thing, this little candy spider like flies up the tower and knocks its head into the bell at the top with a loud ding, and a crack spreads across the surface of the candy.
You might need to fix this.
Always do. As you hand it to the large cat, he casts mending on it.
Oh, like, what's your name?
Sagittarius.
Wait a minute. Aren't those star signs?
Yeah, that's... I picked it up a while ago. They seem to be the birth, the star signs, Aquarius, Libra, Sagittarius. Yeah. It's a thing. Gemini. Could have caught on to it with the first one, but you know.
Huh. Well, here's your prize. And he hands you a potion of Hill Giant Strength.
Wow, hold on to that for later.
That is nice.
Did y'all have a punch card?
As I slide right in and slide the card over. Thank you.
And he punches your punch card with a little sun.
Alright, sun, moon, and star are the symbols I've seen. Taking mental note.
Yes, and your punch card currently contains 4 suns and 1 star.
Alright. Mayhaps. Alright, Now, did you want to go and try that frog game out?
I wouldn't advise eating them. If there's some fun-colored ones, we could lick them.
I like your style.
I suppose.
Ladies,
I don't
the
have
lid?
problems.
Cleo, get off. Sorry, Cleo's been being a little pestering.
You're alright.
Gotta love cats.
Yep.
So yeah, as you all head to the frog game, it's right to the west of the strength game. And to the west of that, you see the tent for the fortune teller. And at the end of this strip, there's the Ferris wheel. But as you approach the frog stand, you find that there is a very cheery looking cat girl sort of splashing in this like fish tank that surrounds the booth, and it at like each of the posts around supporting the roof of the stand, there's like a couple big white buckets that hang off of little pegs. And as you approach, you see inside the frogs from the pond nearby that you've seen before that have the lily pads on their back. All of these guys have had their lily pads painted various bright colors.
What's the story of this? What's the gift for this game?
Oh, welcome to Pick a Frog. So if you pick a frog and let it go into the water, the color on their back will wash off except for one spot that will be a number. If you get a number that's higher than the number that I pick, you win.
All right. I'm game.
Should we all do it?
Certainly would help your chances.
Let's all pick a frog then.
She holds out two buckets, and within them all of the frogs sort of squirm around and croak and ribbit at you all.
I grab a purple one if there is one.
There absolutely is. They're painted all different colors in the rainbow.
I've got purple frog.
I'm gonna grab the multicolored one.
Alright, so as you all pick out different colored frogs in varying arrays, you, oh my god. Anyway, as you pick out frogs, you all release them into the water, revealing their numbers. As you do this, everybody go ahead and roll 1d100 for me.
Word?
Ow!
That's 69.
That was a lot of dice on my screen all at once. I was like, whoa.
Yep.
Same with yesterday too.
Graveheart, I'm so sorry. Wait, why did Graveheart have two?
No, there's one that was me.
One's Rose, yeah.
So
Rose 7.
yeah. So as you all pick frogs, it's revealed that as the cat girl releases hers into the water, that she has the lowest number out of all of you, and she just looks at you all like, just starstruck, and goes, "Wow, you're all really good frog pickers."
Well, thank you.
Better than being really good nose pickers.
Well, I guess you all get to pick a prize, and she motions up at the roof of the hut that you're under, and there's like all sorts of stuffed animals along the ceiling. And to those observant enough, you catch on that they are all the same animals that you saw the kobolds as previously.
Are there any incredibly creepy looking ones that have tags on them that say "Is no Binksy, is no fun"?
No, these ones don't look creepy at all. They actually look like children's plushes.
I'll grab one that looks like a lizard.
And all of these plushes are not large, but they're about big enough to fit in one's hand. Unless you're Mika, and then it's about the size of your head.
Then I hand over my punch card, and if you could kindly.
Oh, absolutely. And she like happily punches a sun into the same spot a couple of times.
A giraffe. Or better yet, an axe beak. I want the one that looks like an axe beak. Totally pick a fantasy RPG critter.
So everybody in the party is able to pick out a plush animal.
Oh. I'll either look like a cat or an axolotl. Valen will take that.
I'm gonna just say, since everybody's been dealer's choicing, go ahead and dealer's choice. It's your pick. And with the finishing of the frog game, your punch card now has 5 suns and a star.
Alright. Now, did we want to do the clown thing, or, I mean, we could still go do the clown thing, but I think for the purposes of my ticket punch, I think I'm pretty good. Unless you think another punch might be helpful.
I mean, the more we got, the more the prize would be.
That could be true, so, did you want to stop and do the clown thing then, Mika?
It sounds fun.
Alright, time for a clown show.
You remember seeing the sign on your way here. It's back in the food court, but there's a little stage with a sign that said clown show. And there was a cat squatted there. As you get there, it just looks sort of grumpy to see you all like approaching, and like scoffs as you get there and go, "Are you here to do the clown show?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we We would like to see what fun you can provide for all of us.
Fine. Let's do it. And he says, anybody who wants to participate, come with me.
Ooh, villain, like.
I will also get in there.
He leads anyone that's trying to participate up onto the stage and towards like the back right corner of the stage. There's like a little wardrobe and a chest and a mirror with a seat with a bunch of grease paints, and he goes, all right, you all have a moment to get ready, and then you better put on a good show. Everybody likes to laugh while they eat.
I am going to paint my face up how I talked about wanting to paint it yesterday, but I'm going to pull out the paint that I personally purchased.
I'm not even going to take the Vidane mask off and just do up my face. Why not? Like the Crow.
Like the Brandon Lee Crow?
Yes.
The edgiest? It can't rain all the time.
How does Valin do up her cloud makeup?
I want to do something unorthodox, but I can't think of anything unorthodox.
You can go for an Auguste clown instead of a white face clown. An Auguste clown are the clowns that just have the patches over their eyes and their mouth. So you could just do like a patch of you could do solid circles or you could do shapes, but usually the shapes will be white, and then whatever design you want to add to it is what you add color.
Yeah, I would do that in random assortment of pastel colors.
Alright.
And as you go through the chests and wardrobes,
You're welcome.
you're all able to find, Harlequin and poofy outfits and party hats and jester caps.
I am going to... This is going to be a crazy choice, but I am going to wear, pretty much dress up in, Harlequin spandex, but I'm going to put on a pair of, men's pants, and then have a skirt wrapped around it. Then I'm going to have a, big, bright, poofy, kind of like the Harlequin top, but then I'm also going to have, on one arm a bright purple, frilly-looking jacket, and then on the other arm a deep red, just almost looks like a pirate jacket just hanging off, so they're kind of dangling, corresponding to the way that my face is painted. So on the right side is going to be the side that I talked about last time, drawn feminine, and that's going to be the side that has the purple jacket, and then the other side is going to be the masculine, angry looking, and that's going to be the red jacket.
Alright. And Valin, are you going to put on any clown clothes?
Throwing this idea for the clown clothes, how about similar to that one kids show with that girl who had the blue hat and she was a clown, and I think there was also a toy doll in there too.
Yeah, I know the show you're talking about, and I know the outfit that you're talking about, and it's funny that you mentioned her because she's an Auguste clown.
Yeah,
Comfy
he was
couch.
like in a goose. Big comfy couch.
Yes,
Yeah.
big comfy couch. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Alrighty. Now we just need to figure out what Graveheart is dressed up as. And is Mika participating in the show, or are you just gonna enjoy in your friends?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna participate.
What kind of clown getup is Mika gonna put on?
I'm gonna wear one of those big poofy like traditional clown outfits, and my face I'm gonna put on like big rosy cheeks, and like I'm gonna have two different like triangle shapes coming up my eyes. One is gonna be blue and one's gonna be orange, and my poofy clothes are gonna have that same matchup.
Is like one triangle going up and one down, or are they like both going the same way?
They're both going the same way.
Okie dokie. It's also probably like the clothes are also probably extra poofy on Mika, since they're probably fit for like a halfling or something, which is just slightly larger than her.
Back.
Welcome back. So what sort of clothing, clown-wise, is Graveheart putting on out of these wardrobes?
Oh dear. What kinds do they have?
You pick.
Hobo clown clothing.
Okay. Woo.
The edgiest hobo.
All right. So, as you all finish putting on your outfits, it seems like you still have a few moments before you're expected to put on the show. So it's probably best to discuss what you all want to do.
I could be the fall guy.
I have an idea here. Well, actually, honestly, mine's not really going to work that great with all the people being here. I honestly didn't expect everyone to hop clown get up.
Ooh.
Well, my idea for what I was gonna do before I realized that y'all were jumping on board. I was going to have an argument between myself as a man and a woman, and just have a comedic argument as like a couple having a lover spat.
And everybody else?
We can maybe be able to create something around that. So that becomes like you're like the main entertainment, and we're kind of like the filler in between, doing like flips and stuff.
All right, like an intermission type deal. Like I'll come out, I'll do the first oh well, we'll have an opening act. I suggest Murder Hobo over here be the opening act. Bring him out, have him warm up the crowd, come in with a performance from you, maybe Valin and you do some sort of tag combo, like do some sort of something, or if Valin has a skit of her own, and then I will come out and be the finishing ringer.
Run by that with me again. What I should do? Because I'm, to be honest, got so excited by the fun idea about it, I didn't think what I was gonna do.
Well, perchance you and Mika here can do a sort of juggling act, maybe a using each other as like a jumping equipment of some sort. Like maybe Mika jumps over you, somebody's juggling, just something entertaining. Maybe throwing a little slapstick for it. Maybe while you're doing your fun, you run into each other and you stumble and you fumble, but then you get up and you keep trying anyways.
That's
We
what
should
I was
have like a teeter totter, and somebody drops something heavy, and I get slung way up, and I do like a somersault in the air and land behind somebody.
That sounds amazing.
I can be the one to jump, and so that way you can do that trick.
All right, you have Valin jump on one end while you're standing on the other. Get sent into the air and do a sick trick.
Oh,
That sounds really awesome.
I could lift. Oh wait, you got wings. Never mind.
And you are our opening act. So what did you want? What do you got? You said what were you just talking about? Lifting something about weights.
No, I was talking about lifting Valen to drop her and flip, and I forgot she has wings. While I am staring
Oh,
at her with wings.
it's okay. I forget sometimes that I have horns, and then I go to scratch my head and I hit one. I'm like, oh yeah, those things.
Things
It's
because of
okay.
I was thinking I could do a slapstick routine,
Be right
like
back.
flip on bananas and crap like that.
All right, open it up with a good slapstick. Go into a nice acrobatics routine and cut it out with a good comedy show. Sound like a plan, team?
It works for me.
All right, hands in the middle. I put my hand in.
I'll put my hand in.
Berlin will put her hand in.
Is Mika doing it?
Did she say she was stepping away or something?
Sorry.
We're doing a hand huddle. Are you in on this?
Yes, let's do this.
All right. On three, clown crew. 1, 2, 3, clown crew.
Clown crew!
And then we have an Ocean's 11 out in our fuck ass clown outfit.
All right, and as you guys throw your hands in the air and shout "Clown Crew," the grumpy cat that you saw on your approach is now standing center stage with a big old cone, and he shouts out to the people enjoying various confections in the food court, and says, "Cancer presents the Clown Show."
In the distance, you hear, "You should really reconsider that opening."
He flips them off. Like walks off the stage and like just motions towards you all to come on.
Is that why he's so mad? Because he's cancer?
Yes. So, this is how we're gonna do this. I've set a DC for all of you together. All of you are going to make performance checks at advantage since you agreed on a show. With Mika having the option of using acrobatics at advantage.
Nice.
And then I'm just a bard. Performance is my shit.
Yep, so everybody can go ahead and make a performance check at advantage, or with Mika's case, acrobatics. and then I will add the number up, and if it meets my DC for you all, then bing, boom, bang, it will go well.
Hey, mine wasn't totally abysmal.
That's what I love to see.
Rolls that aren't totally abysmal?
Mine could have been better.
Why does Mika's look weird?
I've never been sure why Mika's rolls.
Yeah, I think she's rolling differently than you all. She might be rolling off of D&D Beyond or something.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it looks different. So yeah, you all start to put on your show, and it goes over very well. I would like you all to describe to me how each of your parts goes as you perform them successfully. Outside, I will say, because Mika sort of botched the acrobatics, who catches Mika?
I will, because I really still don't trust the scythe.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to catch Mika, and you all sort of like everybody just sort of assumes it's part of the act that like she didn't fly gracefully, that it was slapstick or something.
We are clowns.
But otherwise, how does it look?
Graveheart will run out onto the stage, and I'm assuming there's probably different things lying around somewhere. Slip on something, try to right themselves into with a cartwheel and end up landing on their butt. And do some similar things like to that. Stand up, hit their head on something, look around, try to find out what's like hitting him and stuff.
As you keep banging into things, the crowd starts to like chuckle here and there. You get a woo! And then Valin and Mika come out and get on their teeter-totter. I assume that, you know, like, they probably sort of, like, do some showmanship about it as they come across the stage. Probably, like, funnily sweeping the shit that Graveheart was slipping on off the stage. And get on the teeter-totter, and then Valin sort of flies up and then drops down as Mika flies into the air, and then Annika is able to like sort of run underneath her and like catch her like oversized football, and he sets her down, and Valin and Mika sort of like go ta-da as they scurry off the stage. And then how does Anniker's comedy go here? What do you tell me?
Alright, so he's going to walk out from the... I have to do in my head. So he is going to walk out from stage right, so that way the left side of his face is showing to the crowd. And he's going to immediately, the bit is just he's gonna start into it. He's not going to like do an introduction. But when he comes in, he's gonna come in and he's going to be holding the red jacket over his shoulder, so it looks like he's completely wearing the red jacket. And he has the dress, or the skirt that he had, tucked in on the left side, so all you can see is the pant leg on that side.
and he comes out and he starts complaining about the day that he's had and how he can't come home to a nice cooked meal. And then he flips around now with the purple jacket side. He throws the red jacket over, grabs the purple one, puts it on, makes sure that the skirt is completely visible, puts on a falsetto. Now you know he's totally leave me. And he starts putting on an act about how he's always alone when he's not around. And then he gets mad. He turns back around, yells at her, "What are you talking about? Sounds like some fishy business." And she turns back and says, "I can't say it." And then a mage hand that he has summoned will come and slap him across the face, and he'll grab his face and start crying, and then run off stage.
As like the crowd sort of like claps, you hear one guy go, "Avant-garde." And like they throw all sorts of like flowers on the stage, like poppies and roses and things.
We come out on stage and bow.
All right. You guys did pretty good there, huh?
I would hope.
You got a stamp card?
I will reach into the purple jacket and act like I'm pulling it out from cleavage and hand it to him.
And he stamps your card with a little smiley face.
Well, would you look at that? Well, thank you. I'll return the costumes.
Nope, that's your prize. You can wear them for the rest of the circus if you'd like.
I'm gonna look at myself, and I'm gonna be like, "I would like," and I'm gonna walk away.
Like looking at her outfit, like, yeah, I can wear this for a day. She like falls behind Annika.
And I will do the same thing, but just walk off like a depressed clown, flopping my feet.
I will just hop after everybody because I'm happy.
All right.
That was
And
exciting.
I am going to make my way towards Capricorn. I remembered.
Ooh, wait, we can still have milkshakes. I wonder if they bring all the boys to the yard.
You are right by the milkshake stand. And you can see it from here. It says, Magic Potion Milkshake Bar.
You got any boba tea?
Are you approaching the stand and asking that?
Yes.
Can Mika see over the counter?
There's a little step.
Yeah.
There's a little step stool for like halflings and children. So yeah,
It would be funnier if all the person saw was ears ask, "Do you have boba?"
Why can't I see that animated? Anyway.
Zootopia just.
No, that's probably it, isn't it? Anyway, so Mika, you approach the milkshake stand, and she goes, "I think I could figure something out. It's just tapioca pearls, right?"
I don't know.
I do have some Jell-O.
I've never had butter tea.
What exactly were you looking for? And like anybody who approaches, the milkshake stand is like, as you it's like something out of a Ghibli film. There's like all sorts of apparatuses and fucking steam coming out of stuff and like rainbow colors coming out of like an oven. You don't know what the hell that is. Like, it is crazy in there. And there's like a blender on a counter in front of the girl like hosting the whole thing.
I'll go, he's got a punch card. Something about milkshake.
Yeah, that's our specialty is milkshake potions. They sure do hit the spot, but I can always whip up something unique. They call me the beverage alchemist, they do. That's not my name or anything, just that it's a nickname.
Do you have hot cocoa?
That's like milk and chocolate and marshmallows, right?
Yeah, but hot preferably. I'm not a fan of really cold beverages, especially thick cold beverages. It messes with my fire.
She like nods. And then you watch her just start automatically like throwing together this hot chocolate from like all sorts of apparatuses that you did not expect her to be using. Like, she like slaps something in like a faucet that comes out of it, like squirts out some like whipped cream on top of everything, and she like pulls out a drawer and like pulls out a cinnamon stick and like sticks it in there, and then she like reaches like deep underneath the counter and like pulls out a shaker and like shakes some nutmeg on top and then like slides it across the counter to Annika.
I take the cup as I also slide my punch card, and I take a pretty good sip of the hot chocolate.
And what were you saying about bubble tea, little miss?
I would like to have some boba tea.
Yeah, that's just like milk and black tea and sugar and tapioca pearls, right?
I shake my head violently. Yes.
Okay, I think I can do that. Do you want any sort of fruity flavors, or... Like I said, I think I might have some Jell-O. I could switch it up with the pearls.
Okay.
She gets an excited smile, and you watch her, like, dive around behind the bar, and you hear machines whirring, some ice shift somewhere, there's, like, a sound of, like, squirting, and, like, she pops up, and there's a, like, very large, like, boba tea, with, like, a mixture of, like, black tapioca pearls and rainbow jellies. The tea itself is a mild green color, with, like, a mound of ice at the top, and, this rainbow crazy straw sticks out of it that somehow the bobas don't get stuck in.
Anakor is going to become very quickly addicted to hot chocolate. This is his first time having ever had hot chocolate. Don't get a lot of dairy products out in the desert, and so this is an experience for him. He just heard about it and wanted to try it.
And did you two want anything to drink?
A dirt pudding milkshake, complete with gummy worm.
She raises an eyebrow at you as she begins throwing it together.
Like the chocolate sandwich cookies and...
Yeah, chocolate pudding and gummy worms.
Crushed up Oreo and gummy worms.
Yeah. She tops it
Oreo.
with some whipped cream and like teeny tiny chocolate chips, and like the spoon is made out of like really thick edible paper.
I'm a bird. I'll just put it on my gullet.
She looks at Valin expectantly.
That is, I guess, cotton candy flavored, maybe mixed with some blue and purple sprinkles.
Ooh, I love me some cotton candy. She starts whipping up this like massive whipped up milkshake that's swirls of pink and blue and white. She mounds some ice cream and whipped cream on top, and there's like a little cherry and then rainbow sprinkles over that, and then this huge crazy straw comes out of it.
She just looks at, she just takes it, mouth watering. Just like, she, she, she did not have any words, so and instead she sign language, thank you. She like starts sipping on it aggressively.
Did she stamp my stamp?
Yes, she stamps your stamp with a star.
Alright. Now, I will say, I was kind of not looking forward to any more detours, but this was a pretty worthwhile detour. But I think now is time I go see Capricorn about a flute.
Yep, it will be an especially worthwhile detour as you all gain the effects of a potion of supreme healing.
Ooh. Now I just need to remember.
I'm trying to find the info for it.
I think I have one in my inventory. Oh no, I have a superior.
That's the 2024 rules.
Damn. I'm at full health, so.
So yes, you all can regain 10d4 plus 20 health if you are missing any health.
I'll roll 10d20 for the size of my burp.
I regained up to 119, so I went four over.
It's no bonus hit points, it's just the effects of a potion of supreme healing.
Oh, it stopped when it hit my max.
My burp was 21.
Was there a plume of smoke or a little puff of fire with it?
Yeah,
A proof of smoke.
anybody who burps after drinking these beverages burps out a little rainbow cloud that briefly rains little rainbow rain droplets.
Nice.
I don't think birds can burp.
I don't think lizards have a gag reflex. But Lord knows I've gagged. That sounded a lot worse than I intended it to. Please don't take that out of context.
It's on the internet, brother.
It's okay. You gotta start somewhere.
Man going on.
It's time for Capricorn.
You all watch as Anna Curse starts power walking towards the guy by the carousel.
I'm in a good mood. I put on a good clown show. I had a traumatic experience with Shadow Sister. I had some good hot chocolate. I'm ready.
You quickly pace your way across the circus back to where Capricorn is. And he seems sort of excited to see you again and goes, Anakur!
Capricorn! Cappy! How's it going? I'm back.
Yeah. I think I'm getting you figured out.
I'm glad. I think I've got you guys' clowns things figured out.
Oh? Did you figure out what's going on?
I have a feeling that this is a very elaborate distraction for the most part to keep people here at this here never-ending circus. But, we have a mission.
Well, you played all the other games with your friends. They can play this one too. Did any of you figure out what's going on?
This is definitely not a place where a circus should be.
I mean, that's a given.
This was really creepy, to be honest. Well, part of it was awesome, but like the mirrors was really bad. It was like a house of nightmares.
Can I roll an insight to try and kind of piece together what's been going on?
Wait a minute. It really is a trap, isn't it? The whole thing.
Well, on some level, I guess by definition. But I was looking for you to be more specific than that. But as DM, I'm going to say, yeah, go ahead and give me insights, everybody.
Good thing we have smart people.
Good eye.
Okay, so
I'm a clown.
Valin's got it pieced together at this point. Something's going on with time. You know, you watched that version of RN age. She's not 100% about what exactly is going on, but something's going on with time. The other connection that she's making is, I believe it was Anakur and Mika that previously were able to tell the party where they were in conjunction with like the overworld. She connects the fact that you're underneath the alluring wield, and that this is probably the source of all of that. That people getting stuck. But after she probably informs all of you of that, you all get a very sinking feeling that you've been here a lot longer than you thought.
Oh no.
Ain't running here.
Well, so you lure the people in with the sounds of a circus, and you keep them entertained with the food and the free entertainment and the prizes and the games, and you keep people here for the ends of keeping your circus running, for keeping some sort of energy being harvested? Or is this just a game for whoever's in charge?
No game. We just serve the purpose. We just do what Granny asks. Because Granny does what she was asked.
Who asked her?
Who's Granny?
The ringleader. Ringmaster.
I say we,
Right.
I think we've got a, big top to go talk to.
Well, of course, but don't you want your prize?
Oh, don't worry, I wasn't leaving here without that.
We do have to make a trade, though. That was the deal.
I will take my pan flute, my flute that I've had, or my long flute that I've had since the beginning. This was one of the first instruments I ever made. I carved it out of a piece of dead wood that a random trader came through, and he was getting rid of some scrap wood, and I saw this piece and thought that I might be able to make something of it, and I made this, and for a long time it was my go-to instrument, but I've grown from things that I've made as a child, and I think it's time that I trade and pass it on to somebody else who may be able to learn from it.
He looks it up and down. And then he looks at your drum. I know I kind of said an instrument for an instrument, but you know how important this is, right?
I'm aware.
Would you be willing to give me the drum, too?
Fine.
Very good. Alright. And he pops the flute off of, there's like a holder, necklace thing that he had it around his neck, and he throws it into an all-white bag of holding and hands it to you.
I will take it, and I'll already hand him the flute, but I'll unclip the hand drum from my side, and I'll hand it to him, and just be careful, it's made out of a hide, and it's a bit dry, so don't be too crazy with it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it'll be great for the carousel. Can make it sort of sound like horses now.
Valid. Percussion's a good way to go.
And you get to keep the punch card. It is a pass to the big top.
All right. Well, thank you for the trade, and I honestly hope that the next time we meet, it's not in this circus.
I'm sorry, but I have a feeling that we probably will never meet again.
That's probably what I was feeling, but optimism as it is. But let's go talk to this big top.
Ringleader?
Don't worry, Granny's waiting.
That's fucking ominous. All right.
And as
clown crew
says that, a bunch of cats in clown outfits come out and start sweeping you towards the entrance to the big top tent. And as you all get deposited in front of the entrance, a very soggy looking cat clown stands there and holds a hand out.
I'll give him the punch card.
The cat puts the card in its mouth, chews quietly, and pulls back the tent flap for you all to enter.
All right, into the belly of the beast.
All right. Anybody got anything they want to do before you head through the flap?
To make her back her way over by where the gummy bears are, and she wants to reach into the bowl, grab a bunch of them, and just chew on them. Hopefully that they're still alive, ish.
Word?
They're only alive until you like get away from the stand, and there's a bunch of like angry like cat noises as you do that. They push you back towards the entrance of the tent.
Evelyn's feeling pretty satisfied. She did that.
Let's grab a fistful of gummy bears and just hold.
Alright. As you all duck under the door and make your way into the grandstand, the cacophony of the hurdy-gurdy in the center underneath the stage sort of blasts music as cheering crowds line stadium seats on either side of the tent. One moment as I transition maps.
Ooh, nice. Face and a sad face. Big.
At the very center of the room, you see an older woman in Harlequin makeup, wearing a top hat and a very tight-fitting suit. And she motions happily as you all enter the tent. Says, "Welcome! I've been waiting for you to make your way here."
So it's
Well,
bigger on the inside too.
What was that?
Well,
So it's bigger on the inside too.
Well, the previous map, as I said, because we were doing so much Theater of the Mind, it wasn't really necessarily to scale. So, I mean, it might be a little bigger on the inside since that magic's available, but it's more or less the same.
well, we had a talk with a few of your clowns, and they said you were waiting.
And did Graveheart have something that they wanted to say?
So it's a trap. I was right all along.
It was never meant to be a trap. I was just told to raise and entertain.
Were you were you forced?
Never. But she left me before. I didn't want her to leave again.
You can't have Auron.
But I've already taken her childhood from you.
That baby, well, that child was put in our care. And whatever you've done to that child, if you can't undo what you've done, you're gonna pay on a very cosmic scale.
I'd never hurt her.
But you trap her? How does that help her? That just hurts her, keeping her trapped in this madhouse?
Not even letting her grow as her own person, or exploring the world.
You've stolen her from her.
I made it.
It's very cool.
I made what she wanted.
Her.
I didn't want her to leave again.
What? Who wanted?
That's not your choice to make.
RN.
She told you to do this.
No.
Maybe when she was young.
Her parents put me in charge of raising her. And she left once. But she came back. You brought her back.
This isn't how you raise something.
As you say that, she sort of screeches, and you watch as she twists and contorts and takes on the twisted form of a hag.
I will screech back as loud as I can and swing out the scythe, being as intimidating as possible.
And I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
Oh darn, right at a boss fight.
Yeah,
Anime-
just don't want to get into it, and then, we got like 10 minutes till our usual stop time, so...
Yeah.
Anime cliffhanger.
It lined up pretty well. It's really funny, because I asked a couple of you how long you thought you'd want to spend at the circus before the session. And, I think you definitely spent more time than anyone anticipated, so...
I thought people wanted to do games, so I was like, you know what, I'm not going to be the person who's speedrunning. And then you gave me a mission, so I was like, well, now I've got to.
What?
If I had been able to just trade with the person or make some sort of deal, I wouldn't have stayed around.
I always try to find a way to hook you all in and get everybody involved. So yeah, thanks to anybody who tuned in on stream. Appreciate y'all. Thanks to the follower this time around, Diabolus366. We'll catch you next time. Good night, stream.
Good night.
Good night.
See you in a couple weeks.